It may seem like it's been much longer, but just last week we had our first presidential debate. Amongst many topics discussed during the 90 minutes was the concept of poll watchers. 3 News Now reporter Jessica Edson tells us what poll watching looks like here in Nebraska and what changes are coming to the position.
President Trump, you go first.
I'm urging my supporters to go into the polls and watch very carefully, because that's what has to happen. I am urging them to do it.
Right now in Nebraska, anyone can designate themselves to be a poll watcher, but nonpartisan groups like Civic Nebraska will train those who are interested in what they need to look out for on Election Day.
Where they look at things such as wait times, how many provisional ballots are being issued, and they also perform other additional functions such as assisting voters. And it can be something as simple as looking up on their phones if they're registered to vote or if they're at the right polling place.
Poll watchers are also trained to make sure correct information is being given out and that polling locations are adhering to the Americans with Disabilities Act. Civic Nebraska also has voting attorneys who are on call that day. Sarpy County Election Commissioner Michelle Adall says she has had positive experiences while working with poll watchers from groups like Civic Nebraska. She also welcomes poll watchers that are not with any group as long as voting is not impeded.
Having those people show up at the polling sites and self-imposing themselves as a poll watcher, it's not a concern so much as long as they read up on what the rules are, what they can and cannot do, and how to generally just kind of interact or not interact with voters in a way that interferes with voting.
Though there are not hard rules on the books for who is and is not a poll watcher at this time, that will be changing next year. State Senator Matt Hansen worked with local election officials to write a law addressing poll watchers.
So this would give them an opportunity to kind of pre-register and with the Secretary of State or the local election official, have a credential, have a sign-in sheet to confirm that they were there and kind of give a little bit more formality to the structure.
Under the law, poll watchers would register with their group, listing what locations they plan to visit at what time. They will be given a name tag to identify themselves and will be asked to sign in at the precinct. The law does state, however, that a poll watcher shall not be denied entry to a polling place because the poll watcher is not on the list or because the precinct is not on the list. Reporting in Omaha, Jessica Edson, 3 News Now.